Good morning everyone. My name is Nicola and I am simply a stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be taking on a little stitch with me, and this one by request is the Realm of Middle Earth map, and it is by Tilton Crafts. I do believe that this kit, this chart, to beg your pardon, is now retired. But I've had this one for a little while now, and I haven't actually picked it up since January, so I thought it was about time that I had a little bit of a stitch with me. So I am working on this area here, somewhere around here, and I am approximately just short of 25% through this piece. Let's have a look. 24.75% through. So, oh, squeaky stand. So yeah, so let's have a little stitch with me and see how far we get. So, today it's a Tuesday, and it's the 26th of July. And for me, again, it's another one of those early starts. It's currently about 7:45 in the morning. The house is quiet, so early stitchy time, which is my favourite time of day. And yeah, I've already done, I'm sure you probably saw from the pattern keeper, just over 200 stitches in this already today. So I've remembered to turn the vibrate function off on my phone, so we shouldn't be disturbed. Where am I starting with this one? Well, let me just adjust my camera angle, just bear with, because I can't actually see anything over the phone. There we go. That's better, isn't it? So I hope everybody's doing okay. We're not bad, and I have to say that after last week's heat wave, recovered. That was absolutely horrific. It was so hot. Is that a little bit blurry? Let me just give a little clean to my camera lens. It just seems a little bit blurry. Oh, that's better, isn't it? It might just be because I'm zoomed in quite a way. It takes a little time to get these right, doesn't it? So yeah, it was a little bit horrific last week, but you know, we're home and we're okay. As I said, we have recovered. We drank a ridiculous amount of fluid that day. If you've seen my last floss tube, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Temperatures, still struggling to see this. Temperatures reached record-breaking heights here in the UK last week, and there were places that did hit and exceed 40 degrees centigrade, which is hot. Or, you know, it's too hot for me, but you know, it is what it is. There were some incidents of fields and even homes actually being on fire, which is just awful. And I do feel for people who have lost their homes as a result of that. I can't imagine, you know, what people are going through. It's just awful. So this week, today, it is looking out of my window behind me. It's a little bit of a grey and miserable day. Although it's still been fairly warm. We're talking a good 10 or 15 or more degrees cooler than it was when I filmed my floss tube last week, for which we are eternally grateful. So yeah, so today I am working. It is before work. I have had quite a good I worked last Friday. I only had Monday to Thursday off, and then I worked yesterday, and I have to say that they were two really good days. They were very positive. I had a one-to-one with my manager, and he's happy with the work that I'm doing, and really, what more can we ask for? He's happy, I'm happy. Simple as that. So things are going fairly well on that front. We'll not get too sort of ahead of ourselves, but he asked me how I felt about this year as a whole and moving to the department that I'm in now, and I said to him, well, I will use the term a positive start, because I do think it's been a positive start. So yeah. So if you are, I did want to say as well, I've seen a jump in subscribers. I did see a note on the community tab. I did put a note, sorry, on the community tab about it. I need your help. If you see me mentioned, can you let me know? Because I need to thank people. I don't see any tags for some reason, and I think it's because I changed my YouTube name, because it was Simply a Stitcher, and it's now Nicola Simply a Stitcher. So I think that's why I'm not seeing tags. But if you do see me mentioned, can you just let me know, so I can go and say, you know, thanks and all that, and sort of share the wealth, as it were. But if you are new around here, then welcome. Pull up a chair, grab your favourite brew, grab your stitchy project. I'm stitching once a fortnight a stitch with me, and then doing a floss tube and the intervening week. So 1 week a stitch with me, 1 week a floss tube, and I work on, you know, a different project each time. I do try not to do the same project on a stitch with me twice in a row if I can help it. I will make an exception though if something's very close to a finish. Oh yeah. And if you're watching this, and I know that there's a number of people who do watch my videos who are not subscribed, I say it every time, please do consider hitting that button. It is free, and if you ring the notification bell, press the notification bell, you'll get notified by YouTube every time I upload a new video. My stitch with me's are normally near enough an hour long or thereabouts, and then I do a floss tube, which is, you know, because it's fortnightly now, it's anywhere between sort of 10 and 20 minutes, depending on how much I have on the agenda. So yeah. So I hope everybody is okay and keeping themselves safe. We have here in the UK seen a resurgence of COVID infections. In fact, my eldest daughter, we've avoided it in this house for over 2 years. Slippage. But my eldest daughter has had COVID, and bizarrely my boss also had it at the same time. Hannah had it for a week and she was testing pretty much daily. No, she hadn't been for more than a week. She started on the Monday, and it wasn't until the following Wednesday that she tested clear. She was okay with it. She wasn't unwell. Apart from sort of mild cold sort of symptoms. But afterwards, after she tested negative, she developed a cough. I figure that one out. Figure that one out. Where have I gone with this stitch? Come on, where are you? Oh, you're here. As I said, her symptoms were fairly mild, so it was quite funny because it was like having Terry wait upstairs in the hostage situation. Well, I say quite funny. Don't get me wrong. I don't think being a hostage is in any way, shape, or form funny. But she sort of, barricaded herself in a room and said, "Don't anybody come near me." And meals were kind of dropped off outside the door. And if she went to the bathroom, she was like, "Don't anybody come upstairs, I'm going to the bathroom." And then out came the spray afterwards and all the rest of it, the antibacterial stuff. And I think, to be honest, she did obviously get quite fed up in the end. You would be, wouldn't you? You'd just be looking at the same four walls for a week or more. And she was desperate to be, kind of released from her prison, as it were, bless her. But when the negative came, a happier girl there never was, and she skipped off to go straight off and do some shopping, but still wore a mask as a precaution, and socially distanced where she could as well. So yeah, that was Hannah. Andy and I, excuse me, were not affected. We spent some time away as well, and the other girls were not affected either, fortunately. So it is a worry though, if rates are rising again, and all we can do is just try and stay distanced where we can and shop at quieter times and all the rest of it. Everybody says, "Oh, you should do online shopping." I don't like doing that. I like to go to a supermarket and pick where I want. And plus that, delivery services are overstretched at the moment. Andy being a delivery driver himself, he sees the rough end when things like the heat wave, things like the pandemic. So I won't overstretch an already overstretched service by something that I can do myself. So I also want to talk about next week. Next week, there should be a floss tube on Tuesday. Now, I'm going to endeavour to get it done on Tuesday, but I have two little visitors coming, and his children are here for an additional couple of days, with it being our school holidays here in the UK. So whether or not I will get time to film a floss tube, I don't know. I might have to sort of nip upstairs and go back to sort of the bedroom briefly to film it. If not, it may have to wait until the Wednesday morning. We'll have to see if the opportunity presents itself. So I do enjoy stitching on this piece, and I don't know why. I mean, well, I do know why. I haven't sort of had it out on the frame much this year, and that's simply because of Black Cat and Avarice, the two big finishes that I've done. But yeah, this one definitely needs some attention, doesn't it? 24 point something % through. I'd like to sort of, you know, 24.75 it is now. I'd like to well surpass 25%. That'd be good. So yeah, I also pulled out it's not good, is it? Gone over 2 stitches. The weekend. Now, what I've been working on last week, I've been working on Minas Tirith, and I pulled out the Maui Princess and worked a couple of days on her. Yeah, worked a couple of days on her, and also I pulled out the Lorna Lane, no, not Lorna Lane, the Miss Cherry Martini project that I've got, the Gecko Gem, Ellis for Lamb, and I did a little bit more on her too. So I didn't stitch at all on the Monday and Tuesday last week before I filled my floss tube, because it was just too damn hot. It was too hot to do anything, really. It was even too hot to fill my floss tube, and I don't know how I did it. I was like gasping my way through it. And I know that, you know, at least one of my subscribers, one of the family members was quite concerned about me, but I was okay. I was just hot. And because I'm kind of, you know, not a small girl, it looks so much worse, I think. Did that go down a little bit too? Yeah, it did. Yeah, because I'm not a small girl, it always looks worse. So come on. Oh, and I don't know if I've said, I'm terrible at saying this. I'm even terrible at saying that on my floss tubes. This one is being stitched on 25 count magic guide, 1/1 full cross. I have to say it's a lovely stitch. I mean, I know that I've just sort of had a piece with golds and burgundies and browns and stuff, but because of this one, because the story, the piece itself, you know, is so different. You know, you've gone from a figure of a lady to a map. It's just like completely different subject matter, isn't it? So I know there's a couple of people on the Tilton Crafts group who are doing this as well, on the Facebook group. Come on. And I'm just still using my pick up a thread and work it until it's finished technique, but with the added one on this one that I'm doing this one in columns of 8. And if I get to the bottom of the column and I can see I can park it underneath, I'm parking it underneath. Oh, it's very nice and quiet here this morning, and it'll continue to be quiet because it's school holidays. So there's no school children around, just marking off. So there's no school children around, which is it feels weird actually, that there's no traffic noise or children making a noise as they're coming past the house kind of thing. Six weeks of it. My girls are at home for, well, Lauren's the only one, the youngest one is the only one that's in full-time education now, and she's at that sort of age where she just spends a lot of time in a room now. Had a bit of a moment with the eldest. Hannah is now sort of becoming more financially independent, and I mean she's 20 and I still pay for a phone, for a mobile phone, and she's now taken that on herself, which is about time. So we went and got that sorted out for the other day. The middle one is still happy with the boyfriend, and she's up and down to his, although I don't see her for a week or so at a time, which it can be a little bit difficult. I'm guessing that, as time goes on, I'll get more used to that. She's not sort of flown the coop, as it were, but it's hard sort of not having her here every night. But I'm guessing that these little ones have to grow, don't they? I'm just trying to think what else we've got planned for this year. I don't think we've got so much else in the pipeline. I mean, me and Andy were down in Lutterworth last week filming for his channel. Well, white needle not coming up. Come on. Wrong hole. I think the thread's got a bit thick underneath. That's it. And we visited Northamptonshire, Warwickshire and Leicestershire, and filmed 4 videos in each county, so they'll be up on his channel in due course. again, if you're new around here, you won't know about Andy. Andy's my husband, and I am married to the literal village idiot. My husband's on a mission to visit every civil parish in England. There are, as it stands, or it stood at the start of the journey, 10,449 of them. And he puts out a video per day on his channel. And he films, well, I think the most he's filmed in 1 week is something like 16 episodes. So, you know, he's got sort of some stuff in the bank in case he needs a bit of time off from it, which he does do with some sort of intermittent, well, it's not regularity, is it, if it's intermittent? He just does it intermittently, I suppose. He takes a little time off. I'm not due to go and film with him again for about another week or so, week on Saturday, which will be nice, as long as it's not too hot. But yeah, I mean, we've seen some gorgeous stuff, some beautiful picturesque villages with, you know, gorgeous houses and properties and things that, you know, you sort of look at them and you're sort of quite wistful, and you're like, yeah, I could live in a house like that. But would you really want the upkeep of a thatch roof? No, I don't think I would, but they're nice to look at. I think when I cook like that across the camera, it kind of brightens up. Sorry if it's like you're getting a disco. I'm stitching in wholly natural light, so the camera sort of recalibrates itself. I've got stitches marked off, so I've not actually done. Let me just sort this out. That one and that one is not done. That one and that one. Is not done. Frog. That's better, that matches now. That's it. You know, you look on pattern keeping, it doesn't match what you can see in front of you. Marked off not many stitches, about half a dozen that I hadn't done in this square, like a woolly. But it would have confused me if I'd have just carried on and took the frog to them later. Done nearly 100 stitches already. It's good, isn't it? And it's half an hour in. yeah, so with Andy, what I'll do is I'll link his channel down below, so if you do want to have a look, go have a look. We did visit, again, for those of you who are new, we did visit Graspy recently, which is the home of the Lowry stand, where the Lowry stands for cross stitch and needlework are made. It's a very small and unassuming place, but very important to us, us who are using the Lowry. I don't think I'd be without mine now. So yeah. He's been, you know, quite a lot of different places in England. He hops off in his car, goes off filming, and then comes back and sits next to me, onto that side of me, at his desk, editing and, you know, preparing these videos for release. He has also been in the newspapers, on the radio, on national television, and he's done very, very well, I have to say. He's certainly done slippage. He's certainly done far, far better than I think he ever expected. But, you know, he's got the tenacity to do it, and I think he'll do it. I'm 100% behind him. I quite enjoy going out filming with him. Sometimes it's a shame that I have to work. But if I don't work, the pennies don't keep coming in, and you can't go out and film, because I'm the main income earner here. I have the full-time job, whereas Andy has the part-time one, partially because he helps, you know, with the children, but also because, like I said, my job is, you know, delivers a good wage. Keeps me stitchy stuff. Haven't bought any stash recently. Haven't got any plans to either. I want sort of next year, if I can, to be, you know, a genuine stitch from stash sort of year, if I can, unless there's the odd colour that I need. But I certainly don't want to buy any patterns or kits unless, you know, I get them free through the rewards scheme at work. But I don't want to buy anything else if I can help it. I have a massive amount of stash. And, you know, I kind of think sometimes, well, I should offload some of it, but then I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get rid of that. I'm kind of too taken with them. I bought them all for a reason, and I'm reluctant to sort of give them up. That stitch is in the wrong place. Arm. That's better. Just readjust my camera again. I mean, I've got enough stash for as long as I live. You know, and I have, you know, quite a bit acquired, and it's mind-blowing. I mean, I know that I sort of touched upon it when I talked about envy, when I did my envy stitch with me. I used to kit for Sarah over at Tilton Crafts, and then Sarah has undergone, you know, recently in the last sort of couple of years, she's undergone some sort of major expansions with Pain Free, and she's now got a shop, and she took her kitting back in house, which is, you know, fair enough. But I have, you know, 400 odd cones of thread. Some of them are the smaller 100-gram size, and some of them are larger 500-gram size. So I have enough thread. I have plenty of patterns. I have fabric. I've got 14, 16, 18, 20, 25 and 28 count fabric. So I am not going to run short of supplies anytime soon. So yeah, when I do need a colour, I just go and cut, you know, it by the metre off the cone, and then attach it to one of these things, and I put a sticker on the other side with a thread number, and that's it. I have needles coming up the wazoo. I mean, every kit has a needle in it. Some needles are better than others. What else have I got? Patterns, fabric, thread, needles, and I've got about 3 sets of embroidery scissors and snips. So no matter what, excuse me, I've got plenty of stuff. I'm actually, in a way, it sounds bizarre, I'm quite looking forward to retirement. I've got 20 years of working life yet, you know, I mean, I'm not, you know, going to stop anytime soon. But in retirement, I'll have plenty to keep me occupied. So yeah. Oh, I've gone over 2 again. Gosh, that peaceful sound of nothing. It's kind of my favourite time of day, this. You know, I was talking to the middle daughter the other day, and I think she now gets it. She gets why I quite like for things to be peaceful and quiet. Just deciding where I'm going to go next. I think as well, what I'd like to do, I'm very close to 800 subscribers now. And I think I would like to do, when I get to 1,000, I'd like to do some kind of subscriber giveaway. Although I'm not sure what I'd give away. So if you were to receive something as part of a giveaway, what would you like to receive? a kit, a chart. What would be your dream sort of thing? Would it be like an Etsy voucher, or you know, a gift voucher for another, you know, somebody who kits up, like, you know, I think Pain-Free Crafts, I think Sarah does gift vouchers. I'm pretty sure that Gecko Rouge do as well, although I could be wrong. Let me know down below. I mean, I've got 200 to go yet, and that could take 6 months, in all honesty, because it's taken me, you know, over a year to get this far. But yeah, let me know what would be, if I was to do a giveaway, what would be your, dear oh dear, done a vertical stitch there. What would be your dream prize? Or what would you favour in a giveaway? What, you know, I know that I'm not the only, you know, person that's considered doing a giveaway, but you know, what I'm just kind of stuck for an idea, guys. You know, help a girl out, give me some ideas. Mark these off. Doing quite well. Right, find the next colour. Okay. Drink of coffee. Oh dear. Okay, back up to the top. I think that's the biggest vehicle I've heard come past in the last 45 minutes. That's it. We'll try and aim for the 200. Whether or not we'll do it, I don't know. Very satisfying then to see the little, you know, the white. Is that in the right place? I don't believe it is. Very satisfying to see the white squares being filled in. That's it. It's better. I think I've done like 0.02% on this so far today, or something daft like that. Yeah, because it's such a large piece. There are 789,750 stitches all told in this one. You know, to get to a percentage point is very hard work indeed. Oh, excuse me, that coffee's very pickle. I mean, I can work on it a couple of days and not move percent, so. Still though, it's a lovely piece to see come out from under the needle. It really is. See, normally at this time I'd be hearing the kids going to school. It's now 8:30. Yeah, the first sort of real time I've sort of sat here and it being quiet. Normally, because if I'm not doing this, that the washing machine is on, or there's a child talking to me, or I can hear the keyboard rattling as Andy's typing away. So I don't often get these moments of silence. But for me, I've always sort of been happy in that, in my own company and in the quiet. And, you know, I don't mind being among people, and, you know, I mean, I'm quite a social person. But I do like, what the heck's going on here? I do like peace and quiet. Oh, that's okay. Just wondering though, has that actually... Let's just oversaw that one again. Make sure it actually looks like a cross. Yeah, there we go. I very often cheat like that. I've gone over 2 again. Yeah, I have. A bit naughty at that today, going over 2. I suspect it's because this piece is just worked on such a small count. I'm missing it at times. I'm actually looking at my stitching through the phone screen as I'm recording this, because normally I'd have my magnifier, but of course because it's on a screen and I've got it set to zoom in, I can see it fairly clearly. No, that's another vertical stitch. What is wrong with me? More haste, less speed. I think this is the only problem with 25 count and 28 is that if you're doing a high confetti area and you like doing this like me and trailing threads, it can get a bit bulky at the back, which is perhaps where my issue lays. I just need to watch for that, don't I? Just knock these off. About 150 so far. Just another adjustment, which I think has been okay. I've had a couple of colour swaps, so I'm happy with that. So when I finish this little section, I will be signing off. What have I done here? Oh, nothing. I'll be signing off because I have to get ready for my day ahead at work. Because it's now 8:30, I start at 9 o'clock and I need to get logged in and loaded up and everything ready. I also need to do a couple of things, set the washer off again, and one or two other odds and ends. But yeah, it's been an enjoyable stitchy sesh. Come on, it's in the right holes. My morning peace and quiet. It's been good. And in terms of time, we're gonna be near an eye on an hour, which I think is about right for one of these. I do try and make them an hour if I can. If I was watching a chatty stitch with me, I think that's what I'd want. Yeah, just sort of I think about an hour is a good amount of time. Look at that, over 2 again. Right, if I had a penny for each time I've done that today, I'd have about 6p. We are nearly there, folks. And the bit that I wanted to do, we are nearly there. And again. So, as I said, pop your ideas down below for what I could do for a giveaway. Is it a voucher? Is it a kit or a chart, or just, like I say, help a gal out, give me some ideas. I'm a bit stumped. So that is about 180 stitches. Oh, excuse me. That's that relaxation thing. And as you can see, we're sort of, you know, coming down this mountain range here. So yeah, I think that's all from me. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Do take care, stay safe, happy stitching, and I'll see you in my floss tube next week. Bye for now.